It's time for Trendz Live, where style, culture, and adventure come together. We're in the East End of Johannesburg, stepping inside the iconic Boeing 747 at the South African Airways Museum for a close-up look at aviation history. We then catch up with media personality and broadcaster Nonhle Thema as she opens up about her journey of wellness, spiritual renewal, and giving back through the arts. Next, we escape into Asian-inspired world where refined flavors, serene spa rituals, and timeless design come together in perfect harmony. We also meet jazz legend Boysie Malokane, celebrating 80 years of live and unapologetic love for jazz with one of the country's most remarkable personal collections. And finally, a heartfelt sit-down with broadcasting icon Mama Shadow Twala, reflecting on a life filled with career highlights, love, and cherished memories. This is Trendz Live, lifestyle, culture, and stories that inspire.
Oh yes, on this Feel Good Friday, welcome to Trendz Live on SABC. Coming to you live from Auckland Park, Johannesburg. I'm DC, but you can call me Mne. It's another installment of Feel Good lifestyle, culture, and fashion entertainment. We've got an incredible show lined up for you this evening with a tour around the South African Airways Museum, a catch-up with superstars Meshado Twala and Nonhle Thema, a chat with social columnist Craig Jacobs, and an electrifying performance by Landrose. So much more. Connect with us on our social media. Our handle is X, on X rather, is @Trendz on SABC. Like I said, so much to do, so little time, but we're going to get through it all. We kickstart the show this evening with a look at what's been making headlines on the entertainment news. Have a look.
In news making headlines around the world. Reality star, DJ and musician Paris Hilton embraced her inner Disney princess recently as she arrived to launch her new documentary, Infinite Icon, a visual memoir. Dressed in a pink silver embroidered gown with matching capillaries and gloves, Hilton swirled around in front of the press. The documentary shows Hilton as she gets ready to do a live performance of her 2024 album Infinite Icon to her fans at the Hollywood Palladium. It also shows some of the hardships she's been through in life and some of her recent successes. The premiere attracted many of Hilton's friends from Los Angeles, including singer-songwriters Sia, Demi Lovato, actors Sofia Vergara and Awkwafina, comedian Kathy Griffin, and models Heidi Klum and Brooks Nada. A segregation-era vampire thriller starring Michael B. Jordan stormed into the Oscar Awards race recently with the most Academy Award nominations of any film this year, landing a record 16 nods. Winners of the Gold Oscar statuettes will be chosen by roughly 10,000 actors, producers, directors, and film craftspeople who make up the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Walt Disney's ABC will broadcast the awards, and comedian Conan O'Brien will host for the second straight year. The Canary Wharf Winter Lights Festival returned for its 10th edition recently with 16 light installations by artists from around the world. The free outdoor event in London includes immersive artworks around the theme Dreamscape. Artworks include a kaleidoscope light box on a mirrored plinth, towering neon loops, and an illuminated hand powered by AI. That's a wrap on this week's entertainment news around the globe. Join us again next week and stay entertained.
We're back again with more entertainment news next week. Now, for a trip to Davos. Tourism continues to play a vital role in shaping South Africa's economy, global image, and travel appeal. At the World Economic Forum in Davos this week, Minister of Tourism Patricia de Lille took center stage addressing global leaders and investors on South Africa's tourism offering, highlighting our country's world-class destinations, investment potential, and the role tourism plays in job creation. Here's a look at what the minister had to say as South Africa positions itself as a leading global travel destination.
We look forward to us having been afforded this opportunity to host Davos Spring. South Africa is the leading business event destination in the continent and in the Middle East. Business events and tourism adds about 8.8% to the GDP of South Africa and create at least 1.8 million jobs annually. So this will further strengthen our sector to create more jobs and to assist us in building that inclusive economy.
We love it for our country. Now, onto a story of determination. He recently celebrated his 80th birthday surrounded by artists and friends in the music jazz industry. Unapologetic about his love for the genre, Boysie Malokane is hailed for having one of the largest personal jazz collections and libraries. Trendz producer Nonhle Thema caught up with this elderly man in Wattville, east of Johannesburg, to explore his love for jazz and to witness his remarkable collection. Have a look.
Arriving at Jazzy's Inn feels like waltzing into a music store. It deemed evident that Boysie Malokane has been an avid jazz music collector and librarian for decades. Over the years, he's established several jazz clubs.
My love for jazz, it dates back from 1965. And fortunately, I never had friends who were my equals. I used to hang around with elderly people, especially married people, because I wanted to be wisdom from them. The first jazz club that I formed, we used to call ourselves the Big Five. And as time went on, then we changed the name. We became the Prestige Jazz Record Club. And then, of course, we used to play jazz. And some of my sessions, I used to involve live bands that used to touch my heart. People like the jazz clans from Soweto, the jazz ministers, which they used to call themselves the Bootwood Packers way back, and a lot of them mostly were core members of King Kong, who traveled to America.
His music collection is a mesmerizing sight. From archives of vinyls to compact discs, this library speaks wealth of knowledge and memories from the golden days. Boysie also attributes his music collection to his travels. The Jazz Fundi has intentionally attended local and international festivals.
As time went on, because I was passionate about jazz, I told myself, now I'd love to attend the real jazz festival, not music festival, where it's just a mixture. So I saved towards the 2010 one, whereby I attended a jazz festival in Montreal, Jazz Festival. Every after 3 years, after I've accumulated a good amount of money, then I'll go on 2014, then I went back to Quebec. I went to London, Ontario. I used to visit the CD shops where I could pick up to 20 to 25 CDs. And the owner of the shop would say, wow, where do you come from?
At Jazzy's Inn, Boysie charms locals with his incredible taste in music. Here, performances by bands and conversations are about all things jazz. Vusi Khumalo is also a jazz fundi and friend who praises Boysie for his contribution to the genre.
I've known Boysie in excess of 30 years. Fortunately, he shared with me that this is like an ocean. It's a vast genre of music. We talk for hours on end. I introduced some of my close friends to him to extend the discussion about this idiom and the wealth of knowledge that is there in him, which I appreciate to date.
They believe that jazz is poetry, jazz is art, and jazz is togetherness.
I am not shy to say to you, I have in excess of 6,000 CDs in my archives. And more than half of those CDs is through Boysie's inspiration. It gives you an opportunity to understand the different cultures. Whenever we talk jazz, whenever we talk art, Boysie's name comes in. And I'm proud to say I make a lot of contribution because of my interaction with him.
We don't have to wait for our own artists to go abroad, and when they come back, that's when we start recognizing them. So that's the legacy that I feel I'm going to leave behind. I always regard jazz as my religion, and I always feel while playing jazz as togetherness, I'm promoting togetherness. And then of course I'm trying to inject the poetry part of it, because that's where you get inspiration. Jazz is evergreen, and jazz is growing. And if you entertain people, play the whole CD so that you are able to touch different lives.
Musical memories from a legend who has lived a holistic life, introducing and honing his love for jazz with others. A music collection that will be archived and enjoyed by generations.
Shoo, what an incredible man. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. It's more of Trendz Live when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. You're still watching Trendz Live on SABC. Now, Nonhle Thema has worn various hats in the industry, from being a presenter to a model, and then an actress, and now a podcaster as well. She has transitioned and blossomed beautifully over time. Trendz Live producer Randy Tubane got to sit down with her in the north of Johannesburg to find out what she's been up to lately. Have a look.
We've seen her on our screens over the years, and she's always expressed her love for this industry. Media personality and podcaster Nonhle Thema joins us as we unpack her journey to becoming and realigning her life.
I feel a lot of people know me mostly because of my television career and endorsements, but they forget that I was extremely young during that period of time. I mean, I was always time traveling. I was always ahead of my time. So I started in the industry very, very young, and the evolution of me is just me growing and literally just maturing into who I've always been destined to be. Characteristics-wise, I've grown to become a little bit more, actually not a little, a lot more intentional and conscious.
Nonhle has done incredibly well, as she now has a coaching academy of her own. She takes us through the process of what goes into this kind of craft, starting out, and the passion she shares with her students.
With God's grace, man, everything just was seamless for me. I was able to put together a team, and I just had to focus mostly on the syllabus, because now my thinking was I have to have a structure on what I'm going to teach these kids. The syllabus that I've created, which I can't really share now, but I can just give you a snippet, is a very personal one on how I got to become successful. There was because life has laws, and there's ways that you can do things that can help you succeed, and there's ways you can do things that can derail, you know. So I remember when I was very focused and how everything was being done, I was able to manifest, which is the power of your mind. So I do an intensive training on your mind, detangling old programmings from my students and programmings I'm talking about, like maybe limitations. I firstly start by grooming them with the mind, because if I just pile them with the skills already, when the foundation of the mind is not structured, it will just come in and go out. And so when I sit with my students, I give them a one-on-one classes with me. It's personal, and I get to really pour into them, and I get to know who they are.
She also has a podcast that she is quite intentional about, regarding many aspects of longevity.
So far on the podcast, it's called Nonhle Thema Talks Longevity. I'm talking about longevity, which means long life, not necessarily just only on the wellness perspective, but definitely wellness, but also on life trajectory itself.
Thema's reintroduction includes health and wellness. We unpack a little bit on her health journey as well as her supplements.
I decided to change my trajectory and focus on health. So I started working out more, spending a lot of time in nature, and this was also during my spiritual build-up. I wanted to create this range so badly, and we did it.
Nonhle Thema's growth and her relationship with God has grown immensely. She takes us through what this did for her spirituality and changing her life for the better. She studied theology as well.
So I had a lot of questions about life itself and the complexities of existence, of human nature. And through those questions, I got to discover that, oh, we are actually spirits having a human experience. So now I needed to learn about my spirit, and that's when I realigned with the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, and God.
The beauty of new beginnings is not just understanding ourselves in a better light, but taking accountability for our own actions and trying to improve who we are. Keep on keeping on, Nonhle.
We absolutely love her, a true A-lister indeed. And sticking with the theme of A-listers, the term A-lister is often loosely used to describe the rich and super famous. However, that's not necessarily Craig Jacobs' opinion. The fashion designer, socialite and columnist calls it the barometer of the who's who in society. The powerful and glamorous and the truly influential, he says. The A-listers luncheon is an occasion set at the official start of the social world in Joburg, and it assembles a select group of personalities who are going to make you want to sit up and notice in the year ahead. He joins us this evening to unpack the concept of South African A-listers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Craig Jacobs.
Thank you for inviting me, Mr. M.
Thanks for stopping by, Craig.
I must say, though, I'm not a socialite. It's a job for me. Hey?
Ah, so you get paid to do what you love.
Yes, I get paid to party.
I love that. You know, when they say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Uh-huh.
It's incredible. Craig, let's get straight into it. Talk to me about your journey into becoming a society columnist. What sparked your interest in covering high-profile events and personalities?
I have to say, I don't think you ever wake up and decide you want to be a social columnist. I was really adamant. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be a credible journalist. I studied sociology, though, so I love people. And I think it was just kind of by accident. The OG in society in South Africa, her name was Gwen Gill. She actually started the whole society coverage in the Sunday Times, and she took me under her wing. And then before she passed away, she asked me to help her out with the column.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's how I started, but it was never part of my plan. I always wanted to be like a really serious journalist. I started out being a local government reporter.
Wow. That's incredible. Yeah. I mean, as you're unpacking it, I'm thinking, Lady Whistledown on Bridgerton, maybe not.
Well, you know, actually, I met the Queen of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
And she said that to me, and I said, well, there's a little bit of a difference between me and Lady Whistledown, besides the fact that she's female and I'm male.
Yeah.
Is that everything I write is true?
Well, 100%. And before I digress, I really want to get to the A-listers luncheon. Craig, talk to me about the inception of this luncheon. What sparked you to start this incredible thing?
Okay, well, here's the thing. So I went into a hiatus for a few years. I stopped working in journalism, and then I was asked to come back in around 2016. And I looked at the landscape, and I thought, this is like really weird that most events today are populated by social influencers, and they're great because brands love people to do immediate coverage on social media, but I thought that, I mean, a true A-lister and someone with a little bit of a gravitas, and I wanted to actually show people who are the really people who are A-listers in society, and they're not necessarily people who have 1 million followers. So the lunch was pretty much that, setting the agenda, saying these are the people you need to invite, these are the people you need to make sure you have in your list to make sure your event is quite successful.
Oh, I love that. And I love the fact that you're touching on 1 million millions of followers and this, that, and the other. So one might then ask themselves, how does one qualify to be an A-lister? Talk to me about the category that you use, or the criteria rather.
So here's
for
the thing. I mean, I don't think you have if you have 3 million followers on social media, it doesn't mean you're an A-lister, right? Because I talk about the 5 C's, right? So you have to have chutzpah.
Okay.
You've got to be audacious, you've got to stand out, you've got to be sassy.
Bold.
Right? That's one. Yes, bold. You've got to be consistent. Because if you're here today, gone tomorrow, that doesn't make an A-lister. An A-lister is someone who he's always there, is always significant. You've got to be credible as well. You've got to be a captain of your industry. You've got to be successful. You've got to be the industry standard for that particular industry. That's 3. Charisma. Goes without saying. I think that's the kind of glue that brings everything together, because it's someone who, when they walk into a room, everyone notices. And it's also everyone wants to talk to and doesn't want to stop talking to. I think that is pretty much what an A-lister. And number 5 is you've got to be culturally relevant. You've got to have cultural currency. A person who's an A-lister today isn't necessarily an A-lister, wasn't necessarily an A-lister 20 years ago. In the same way, someone who's quite significant 20 years ago isn't necessarily an A-lister today. You've got to stand with something. You've got to be relevant. You've got to reflect the zeitgeist and the interests of what we are in society right now.
Ooh, I love it. Really quickly, Craig, because this year's list is out and everyone is just marveling at it. You termed it the 6 goddesses in 2026.
Yes.
Who are they? What drew you to these women? And how do they stand out in their industries?
Okay, so firstly, what I wanted to do this year is I was thinking about the world today, right? Because we talk about cultural currency, and I was thinking there's so much toxic masculinity in the world, and there's a lot of, we want a bit of glamour, and I was like, I feel that in the world today, we need a bit more presence, not posturing. We want allure, not people who roar and scream. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about who would be the ultimate 6 people that I want to have lunch with. Who should have a seat on the table? And the 6 people that I came up with are a very diverse bunch. One of them has just come back to South Africa, and Kani Mbao is someone that everyone talks about. She's audacious, she's sassy, she's charismatic.
Yep.
She's back from Dubai. There's lots of stories about why she's back. She said to me she's coming and she's got a wounded heart. She's like recovering from a wounded heart. Romance obviously has gone south, but I mean, she knows how to work a red carpet. Ayanda Gitabete. Ayanda Gitabete is one of those girls who've been around for a while, hey? But she's been very consistent in terms of building her profile. I think she's one of the new it girls. And yeah, she's on the list. Then we have Faye Peters, who we haven't seen in a while on television, and I think this is a good opportunity for her. Then we also have an incredible businesswoman called Renata Klaas, who is at the forefront of collagen, which is such a hot button in the beauty industry at the moment. Then we also have Sydney Seethal, who's Tyler's younger sister, who's blowing up on social media. And have I forgotten someone?
No, you have not. I think not. I think not. In case you have...
No, Tabzi.
Yes, the beautiful songstress Tabzi.
Tabzi just released a new single last year. Her album's coming out in the month of love, in February. So Tabzi, and she's so glamorous.
Oh, it's incredible. Craig, before I let you go, because I have to let you go really, really quickly, what can we look forward to from these women in the coming year that's going to make us sit up and say,
so I want to give you guys a little bit of a tip, because the A-list isn't just like conjured in my head. We do a lot of research in there, and one of these 6 women doesn't know it, but they're going to win a major award in South Africa. One of them is going to be a winner of an SA Style Award.
Ooh, and you can't tell me who.
No, you can guess. Who could it be? Is it Kani?
Maybe it is.
Is it Tabzi?
Maybe it is.
Is it Ayanda would be a good candidate. Faye Peters would be a good one, don't you think?
Maybe it's Renata.
I can't. Or Renata.
You're pulling me on a string
Watch
here.
this space.
And watch this space. We will. Craig, thank you so much. Maybe next year I will make the A-list.
Well,
list.
maybe
Who
you
knows?
could. Let's see how many of those C's you follow.
It's incredible, Craig. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you at the Style Awards, and we'll see who ultimately makes the list. We love it, man. That's Society columnist Craig Jacobs. We cannot wait to see what our A-listers are going to achieve and get up to this year. We'll see you same time next year with a brand new list. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. When we come back, it's more of Trendz Live. Stick around.
Yeah. Shout out Luther King, man. You know what time it is. Izzy, you ready? Yeah. Listen, I got 24 hours in the clock. Can't see it go, get a feel or stop. Cause I know my way. What's they say? Keep it close, friends. It's lonely at the top. Forget about praying that I flop. Cause I know my way. What you say? Guess what they all say?
They say you change the way you walk, and you change the way you talk. You're not the same.
Guess what they all say?
They say you change the way you walk, and you change the way you talk. You're not the same. You're not the same.
Yeah. I guess I pissed people off by taking a different path in my life when they thought I wouldn't change. It's funny because who I'm trying to be doesn't need the old version of myself. I cannot remain the same. I'm trying to make decisions I'll be happy with, and if it falls down, then I know I got nobody else to blame. So lack of discipline is unacceptable, cause what's gonna happen when you get exposed to the money and the fame? Nigga, change up. I know that kind of life is dangerous. I know a homie that was cheating on his mate, but when girl caught us, turned around and blamed us. I told her bros we got some issues straightened up. How can we trust the company when it betrays us? How dare you even paint us with the same brush? I should have known that this honesty would break us. So I cut off all ties and split with all the bros. Accountability was up for grabs and just froze. I told myself, oh, this is just as far as we could go. The window of opportunity was already closed. Can you see a future with the friends that you chose? Or are you stuck in the past? Will you ever see growth? Man, it don't matter where you from, long as your past don't affect who you becoming. Cause I got 24 hours in the clock. Can't see it go, get a feel or stop. Cause I know, I know my way. I say keep it close, friends. Lonely at the top. Say forget about praying that I fly. Say, cause I know my way. Guess what they all say? What's up?
They say you change the way you walk, and you change the way you talk. You're not the same.
Guess what they all say?
They say you change the way you walk, and you change the way you talk.
Hey, it's hard to the Trendz live studio. Promised you an electrifying performance by Landrose, and here he was performing I Know My Way. We're going to have a quick chat with him in just a bit, but for now, here's something for the holiday lovers. Would you believe me if I told you that sometimes holiday destinations come to you? No, wait, seriously, let me explain. Have you ever stumbled upon a beautiful restaurant, hotel, or spa that looks exactly like the ones on those exotic islands, and you think to yourself, why book and fly all those hours when you can experience all of that from your backyard? Well, here's a restaurant and spa combo we found that will leave you feeling like you are somewhere on an exotic island like Bali. You can thank me later. Have a look.
How
about a taste of Asia in Johannesburg? Well, cue some koi fish, a bit of artificial smoke to create a bit of mist, health-conscious meals, and of course, some Asian relaxation treatments. Where am I? Don't worry, you can live vicariously through me so you can find out. Very, very pretty. I love it for us. Let's go inside.
The moment you get into Mojave Restaurant and Spa, the first thing you see is almost like escaping Joburg. So that's why I thought to myself, you know what, let's create a facade, but it's a facade, but actually it makes it real, whereby you tell yourself, I'm running away from Joburg, coming to Mojave Spa, all of a sudden you're in Asia. And you're here, you see the smoke, the pond, the koi fish coming up, and the food is delicious. And, then you feel as if, you know what, I'm actually in Thailand, but not. Then you have a relaxation. So even if you want to go to the spa and come from the spa to the restaurant, then you can actually feel like, you know what, I've got best of both worlds. Everything from the chairs and the detail on the wall was actually designed in a way that to actually create an Asian feel.
The wellness philosophy doesn't stop at the plate. The restaurant also connects to a wellness spa.
We've got different type of treatments that we have. We've got our massages. We've got a Swedish massage. We also have a Thai massage. We have deep tissue massage. We have a burnout recovery massage. So with the burnout recovery massage, it includes the salt room. It's for those people who are burned out a lot. So when you do the burnout recovery massage, it's when you're going to feel much more relaxed. And then with the salt room, of course, it's going to make you feel more detoxed.
The wellness journey continues at the on-site cafe with fresh green juices and wellness products to take home.
This is where we do our organic, freshly squeezed juices and have organic wellness products. And today what I'm going to do for you is a smoothie using our wellness products.
Why do you need a section that's dedicated to organic supplements in a place like this?
Because of what we're trying to achieve in terms of the spa, people that usually come at the spa, they're very health conscious. They like everything fresh, everything organic. So we decided to branch out and do something that will cater for the people that come to the spa as well as the restaurant. Because with Thai cuisine, it's mostly freshly made food, healthy, vegetable forward, things like that.
Our direction is more of the wellness and the healthy part of life. People in Asia are very health conscious. So that's why now I was like, no, let's let's do a restaurant menu that is actually like health conscious. So that's why we use less salt on our dishes. We actually use natural salt, your soya sauces and stuff, which are actually natural salts. And then we introduce the Wellness Cafe, which actually complements the spa. For the people who are also health conscious as well.
A taste of Asia, a touch of wellness, and a perfect escape, all in the heart of Joburg.
Oh man, a touch of Asia indeed. Now, Bongani Shiba, better known as Landrose, is a South African hip-hop artist whose journey in music began in 2010. Over the years, he has preciously honed his craft, blending lyrical dexterity with a unique sound that resonates with diverse audiences. His dedication to storytelling through music sets him apart as an artist with both a variety of depth and versatility. He joins us in studio today, ladies and gentlemen. It's Landrose. The crowd goes, wow.
Hey man, not enough noise in the background. These guys are supposed to go crazy.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Somebody's getting fired, but it's okay.
Hey, you know what? Nah, I'll just save them for tonight.
Listen, brother, let's get straight into it. You just performed I Know My Way right now. This sounds like a song that has a story. Talk to me about it. What is it about? Where's it coming from? Hey?
Look, man, this is about knowing how to navigate your own path, your own choices, in your own life. look, you come across friends, family, and everybody's trying to steer you in their own direction.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to figure out your own path and also just stick to your lane, bro. No matter how challenging it is, no matter how fruitful, other people's path may seem, it's like stick to yours. Because you'll have your own fair share of blessings and adversity, and I'll keep repeating this because it's like, yo,
oh, I love that, and that speaks about impact, and I love the fact that it speaks about impact because how South African hip-hop has evolved through the years, it literally is rooted in impact. Now, how do you think your music impacts the listeners or anybody who comes across it?
Yeah. I think mine instills self-confidence. If I could give you a short answer, it instills self-confidence, self-awareness. I don't even have to stretch it that much. It gives you that boost, my brother.
Oh,
self-confidence, self-awareness. What more can I say?
And unayoga when you self-confidence and self-awareness. But I also see that you're very rooted in who you are. But you also collab with a lot of people in your music. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You have to tell me who's been some of your favorite collabs.
I'll say Izzy Jones, definitely, which is the guy that I just performed I Know My Way with. Fire guy. And I'll say Musical Major, another one of my brothers, man, fire guy. There's a whole lot of them, but I'll keep it brief for now.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I'm not going to put you further on the spot. Listen, bro, you rap in different languages, right? And this is something that's truly important, especially in a country like South Africa, because you may want to resonate with all the different markets. Talk to me about why it's important to you to say, I'm going to deliver my music and my message in as many languages as I can.
Because we live in a rainbow nation. So why not, if you can? Might as well just do it. And look, man, you stand to have fans in every single province. You understand what that means? That's power, that's love, that's support, that's everything you need as an artist. So yeah, makes sense.
I love that. And speaking of support, I mean, yes, you have it across provinces, but you're a guy from Tembisa. Yeah, right here. Johannesburg. Talk to me about the support that you receive from your community, man, because that's something that's truly a big thing.
Amazing. I'll give you an example. Last year, so I sell my own merch, my own clothing, right? But last year, I had a moment where, and I'll send a huge shout out to Pick and Pay Busy Corner. The guys there from my hood bought merchandise for the entire staff. Ooh. The entire staff. And that goes to show that's my hood, that's where I'm from, and that's the amount of love and support that I receive. If I could extend it any further, man, further than that, come on. I mean, obviously everybody from my hood, from my street, but just to give you a brief touch on that case, it's a lot of people.
Man.
A lot of people.
It's incredible. And this guy shows up here, he has his own merch, but he doesn't bring me a t-shirt. I mean, honestly, come on, really?
I didn't say I didn't bring nothing. I didn't say I didn't bring nothing.
It's crazy, man. Listen, before I let you go, what would you like us to take away from your music? And I mean, who do you make music for? What's one takeaway you want us to get?
I make music that I would also love to listen to, right? Most important thing. So if I feel like I put out a song, you must know I have great confidence in it. I love the message. I love how it was approached. And then obviously, when you look at the people you cater for, it's like, I have to understand what my audience wants from me. And sometimes I can be creative, I can be lyrical, but it's like, the message I give them is like, I'm instilling life in them. And I'll keep coming back to that conversation we had. Like, confidence, self-awareness. There's a lot of things that pull us down as people, But it's like, if I give you a little bit of life, every time you listen to me, you feel like you just got an audio hug.
That's exactly what we go for.
It's an audio hug.
Man, I love it. A little bit of life is exactly what we get from you. Bro, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to stop hogging the stage because I, along with the millions of South Africans, want to hear you perform. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine.
Here he is now performing his hit track. It's called Not Anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Landrose.
Put my soldier, put my soldier, put my soldier. Let's go. Yeah. Thank God for a new day, I'm blessed for sure. Gotta get money in every single way, cause I ain't got a choice. I was looking down on myself, but not a need. Not a need. Not anymore. I can see myself in the future, summertime riding in the Porsche. And if Shawty wanna see my crib, okay, it's gotta be a tour. I was looking down on me, but not a need. Not a need. Not anymore. Yeah. 6 cents el kalilit kota, fuga maule. Batin como yo tongue, I will less my end, clever fugu bangas. Beba sama gong vimba, kanta mamazo punyo gabang pass. My just funa la marenda, my dollar, but like cash contante fell, I'm a shelly. Oh, big boy, an edge. Dora last pairs gom sebes, jala my head, I'll sugar like Gilles, and get to love at a bars and tembe. I get to see a babilo and an ass on me. It's cause so cool, put on my soggies. Money get long like Jovis. He do so call on my police. They ain't saying nothing like this, like luggage. Ain't dominate to the man on it. Pizza boku kabos bogi. Come on, pissing ya, lumanya police. Come on, pissing ya, lumanya. Ya, lumanya. Yeah. Thank God for a new day, I'm blessed for sure. Yeah. Gotta get money in every single way, cause I ain't got a choice. I was looking down on myself, but not a need. Not a need. Not anymore. Yeah. I can see myself in the future, summertime riding in the Porsche. And if Shawty wanna see my crib, okay, it's gotta be a tour. I was looking down on me, but not a need. Not a need. Let's go. Not anymore. Yeah. Him in the flesh, him in his life, him in the next. Pull up my socks, don't even sweat. Big boy shoes, I'm stepping on necks. Trying to get on top of the food chain. Now kills wild and the hoes playing, nigga, I'm next. OG's down to the new wave. I don't kills Robin the Bruce Wayne. Come get it, yes sir. I ain't even holding my breath. Back on that horse, I'ma ride to the death. And if I ain't dying, I'ma multiply my wealth. I came a long way, so I'm proud of myself. Took a whole lot for me to climb out of hell. Never should've stayed that long in the shell. If I had some advice for the driven young man, I'd say, what's up, king? Gotta work till your sun kissed. And see the glitz and the glam in the public, but they don't see the grind through the storm and the rough winds. That's okay. Keep your head up. And when the smoke clears, you gon' cheer up. Trust yourself and never give up. Those who got ears will surely hear us. Yeah.
Welcome back to Trendz Live on SABC. Now, we take a trip to something truly phenomenal. These aircrafts were around since 1939. We take a visit to the South African Airways Museum where we get to learn a lot. My goodness me, I found out that one of these Boeings flew over Ellis Park at the final game of the 1995 Rugby World Cup. I, along with a lot of passengers, want to know what exactly happens in these cockpits. Our producer, Nonhle Thema, thought that she will take us on a tour to find out exactly what happens. Have a look.
A space that proudly hosts and exhibits vintage aircraft that many wish to fly in. This is the South African Airways Museum, where you can marvel at the beauty of aviation on land.
We are concentrating as a museum on the educational component of aviation. Although we have aircraft for visual and for aviation enthusiasts, we're also trying to encourage the youth to become involved in the 38 career directions which airlines have. So we've converted ourselves from purely historical to 40% history, 40% education, and 20% career guidance. So this tells you that it is the ideal space to visit if you haven't made up what your future is going to be. We try to make you interested in the various facets of aviation and then also give you the visual to complement that technical data that we give you, or the theory.
There are 12 different aircrafts on show. You'll be intrigued by how these planes are named.
The Boeing 747s had mountain ranges named after them. This particular one, Lebombo. We've got Maluti Mountains for the SP in the background, and we had a variety of them. 28 of these Boeing 747s in total served in our fleet over the years. We eventually went on to naming them after the major cities: Cape Town, Durban, Port Elizabeth, rivers, mountains, cities, as our even animals.
The Boeing 474 is a spectacle, particularly Lebombo. Her travels include flying former President Nelson Mandela to London and is the aircraft that also flew over Ellis Park in 1995 for the Rugby World Cup final, where South Africa won against New Zealand. I had to accompany retired pilot Francois du Plessis to get a glimpse and share the thrill of flying this historic plane. Ever wondered what happens in the cockpit? While many of us are usually passengers on board, today I have the luxury of sitting in the very front seat, next to pilot Francois, who has flown many of these amazing aircrafts.
Spent 31 years with the airline. I had the privilege of flying one of these airplanes still, which is the highlight of my career. Big fan engines became available, more power, going further, bigger tanks, and then this was the first airplane with a double decker. I saw this particular airplane, this particular one, I saw as a 6-year-old in 1971. Actually see it overfly Johannesburg when it arrived. And then from there I just said, flying is my game. To be able to fly this is the ultimate.
Pilot du Plessis then took us on an assimilation of what flying this massive bird that carries about 279 passengers entailed. There are 908 gauges and switches in the cockpit.
This being a late 60s technology, still had what we call steam-driven instruments. They're all mechanical instruments. It's very old style. At the time it was a high-tech technology. Nowadays, if you look at the latest Airbuses, it's all glass screens and all the info is on these screens.
How do you know if the direction you're taking is the correct route?
Well, you've got checks and balances there and there. We've got a PMS computer, which will lead you to the next beacon. If you get to that waypoint and you're off course, it'll actually show it to you.
How do you communicate with passengers and cabin crew?
You've got a microphone here, and through this box here, you've got a selector, and you can do all your selections. There's PA, there's intercom, and there's all the radios, different radios that we can use. I've flown the SP series, I've flown the 200s, the 300s, and the 400s. So that's basically the whole series up until they were retired.
What makes your job so amazing?
Well, speed. Absolute speed. Operating the airplane, it's great fun, and I wouldn't swap it for anything. Well, it's known as the Queen of the Skies, and there's a reason, because of its beauty. If you've ever seen one of these in mid-flight or on takeoff, it's pure beauty.
Even though Lebombo and her mates have since retired, they'll forever be remembered as incredible aircrafts that once soared the skies.
Viva SAA, Viva. That's unfortunately all we have time for this evening, but fear not, we're back again next week at 8 p.m. exclusively on SABC News. If you missed us this evening, you can catch up on the show on our YouTube channel or on SABC Plus. But you can call me Mne. Until next time, from our hearts to yours, au revoir, bye-bye.